What's up, everybody? Welcome to another Harvest testimonial. Today we have a good friend of mine, especially now since being a Harvest member since January, is Jeff Harris. And like I just said, Jeff has been here since the beginning, so he's put in time to kind of give his authentic opinion on if the Harvest did help him, and if it did, how it helped him. So Jeff, thank you so much for taking the time to hop on and share your feedback from the Harvest. And why don't you start off and let people know who you are and what you do?
Yeah, absolutely. And my pleasure, Dev. Happy to give you some insight into the other side of the Harvest from where you're coming from. So my name's Jeff Harris. I own JB Merchant Solutions, credit card processing broker, working with small businesses to help them reduce cost with accepting payments from their customers. Professionally, that's who I am and what I do. But I'm a husband and a dad first. And I think that that's something that oftentimes as we're having conversation with one another gets lost. But that's who I am and what I do.
Perfect, man. So you heard about the Harvest, maybe. What was the, like, why did you decide to join the Harvest? What were you looking for?
Yeah, great loaded question. So I've always been a fan of personal development. And bettering myself and finding ways to improve. And over the last, let's call it like 5 or 6 years, completely fell off the wagon with personal development. And sitting at home for a year during a global pandemic made me realize that I needed to fix certain things and make certain changes. And honestly, man, like the Harvest came at the perfect time for me earlier this year. So when you and I first chatted about it and you shared with me what you were looking to build and put together, I thought it was a phenomenal idea, and the experience has proved that to be the correct decision. So that's been that's why I joined, and it's been everything that I thought it was going to be, and then a ton more.
Yep. So let everybody know. So since you joined the Harvest, like, what has it done for you personally and professionally?
Yeah. How much time we got, man? So let's start on the personal side. On the personal side, I've always been a very outgoing extrovert, where I found it easy to build relationships, and doing so amongst a higher, I don't want to say a higher quality, but amongst folks that are really looking to give and to help has been incredibly life-changing from a mentality standpoint. So I would say that would be one, is the friendships and the relationships that have come from other members that are a part of this community, and getting to know them and their families in the same way they want to get to know me and my family has been incredible. And in doing so and being able to build relationships with other professionals like you and like me, I've seen folks participate in certain programs and getting back into reading. That's really just been helpful. And in doing so, came across this program, the Live Hard program, which starts with 75 Hard. And I kind of sent a text message to another member in the group being like, so when are you starting 75 Hard? And he told me, and I was like, all right, I guess we're doing this. And then the next thing I know, and that was Justin. And the next thing I know, I'm on this text chain with 13 other people who are all participating in various stages. And, last week I wrapped up my journey of the first part of this program. And, I'm down like 45 pounds. Like it's a small human being. And like the clarity that I have mentally for what I want personally and professionally, I've never really felt before. And it's really, I've never felt it at that level, I should say. So that has completely rolled into my business life. And I can tell you over the last, 30, 60 days, I've onboarded and signed more business than I had through the first quarter of this year. And I'm really intrigued to see how I wrap up June and what Q3 is going to look like from a sales standpoint. So I feel like right now I'm firing on almost all cylinders of my life. There's still things that I'm always going to be working on and improving, but it's helped. Yeah, man. I mean, just like in summation, it's helped increase business, which is, something I wanted to see from it. I'm much healthier from a weight and a habit standpoint. And I just feel like the mental clarity, and I can't stress that enough, like the mental changes that have come from this far outweigh anything physical. And I'm just excited to just keep moving, man.
It's only the beginning, dude. It's funny, man, because it's like, I don't want to say that's the scary part, but in a good way, it's like, this is just the first half of 1 year. You know what I mean? And I got to applaud people, man. It took me about a year and a half to grow the guts to actually do the 75 hard program, because I'm in some other groups too. And, somebody in that group just called me out because I was just giving excuse after excuse. And at the end of the day, that's all they were. Right. And then you guys in the community, I'm telling you, you'll probably contemplate it for a couple of weeks, but you guys literally were just like, let's do it. And I'm like, wow, you guys aren't messing around. And, a lot of you have done it, so it's just been amazing to see, inspirational for me and inspirational for everybody around you guys. Because listen, these people, these members of the Harvest are literally becoming local celebrities as far as inspiring people, man. I'm seeing it firsthand. So, dude, congratulations on everything. And just, I say it to all of our members, it's built off of the actual members of the community, right? And when people talk about the Harvest to me, I'm like, listen, this is the deal. I coordinate it. I give tips and suggestions. I have a format to keep us focused, to keep us coaching on different content. But at the end of the day, the real power is the people in the community. And you're definitely one of them. And I want to thank you for your contribution and for everything that you're doing to inspire and helping people in the community and outside of it. Speaking about outside of the community, though, for those that are kind of seeing, we were just on a virtual network, and like, how many people are probably like, they're just thinking about it, but they don't want to come out and say it. You know what I mean? Like, would you recommend it for the people that are looking on the outside and seeing the transformations in business and life and all that stuff? But I don't know, they're getting in their own way and they just need to know, like, is it worth it? Like, would you recommend it?
So yeah, hands down, I would 100% recommend it. But I'll say that with a caveat, right? I would recommend it if you're willing to make changes to yourself, right? So if you're going to come in here, because I've done this in the past, right? Where I've gone and I've seen like John Maxwell speak, and I've read a bunch of like books and never implemented anything. And then I'm like, that was great. So like, if you are looking to make a change in your life, personal, professional, with your family, spiritually, like whatever that looks like, and you're willing to accept the fact that you need to make changes, then this is a place you need to be, right? Because you're going to be amongst a bunch of people that are very like-minded, that will be whatever support you need them to be to help you achieve what you want.
Good stuff, brother. Well, listen, man, thank you. And I'm glad you say that, because I always give that caveat, like, listen, we can't do it for you. At the end of the day, just like everything else, listen, the percentages are higher for the people that execute in this community, but it's still, at the end of the day, there's a heavier percentage of people that are in it, but they're not really in it. And then visibly and everything else around you, you see the ones that are really all in it. So, Jeff, I appreciate it, man. I look forward to seeing years down the line what you're going to look like in all aspects of life, and how much you're going to teach me and help me grow too, because you have been also. So thank you so much, brother. I appreciate you taking the time.
Yeah, my pleasure, man. And keep on leading from the front. I can speak for most of us, man. We appreciate it.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate the kind words.
Yeah.